Hi, and welcome back to Inferno Mines, the Fun Path Challenge, Part 8. In this part, we're going to be tackling Intersection 3, and the most difficult section so far that we're going to find in this challenge is right up next with the next wool, the light gray wool, which is in Dumbblast Zisto Cavern. Now, we're going to get ready for this area, although there's not... first, we're going to make ourselves a little base and put our stuff away, because we did bring plenty of stuff, and we're not going to want to all take it into that cavern up ahead. Now, Dumbblast Zisto Cavern is a very short area, really. It's just like one large room, and there's a area in the center with a bunch of very dangerous spawners and some loot that for potion brewing, which we can't use anyway, so we're going to just skip that. There's a pig temple with an awesome bow in it that would basically be suicide to go into. Usually you'd get the bow from coming in over the top and breaking through the ceiling, but we can't do that, so we're also going to skip that. Honestly, the bow, I believe it's called the Death Sentence. It's not that great. We're going to have good enough Power 5 Infinity bows just from books anyway, so... Okay, now first we're gonna, before we actually head into that area, we're gonna head down and grab some loot here, which is below this intersection. This is just a simple little, extra area. And I don't know what this sign is. I found this spot check DC equals 32. Is that some kind of Easter egg, or is it something where Vechs forgot to take down some kind of internal testing thing? I really have no idea. Anyway. Yeah, it's just right down here, and to a nice little overview over the Grand Inferno. And underneath this little area here is a secret chest. And, oops, whoa, that was close. Even without breaking the blocks, we can open it because it's covered with half slabs. Although I guess with the rules, we could probably break the half slabs. And we can't reach in there. And there's one other chest here across this lava, which, this is actually dangerous. Usually you just, you don't have to do that, but here we do. And this chest has some good potions and, more importantly, 5 golden apples. So we'll leave the potions and take the apples. And back we go. Okay, errand's over. That diamond sword will definitely come in handy. We're going to go ahead and slap I think an Unbreaking 3 on it, and it'll be our primary sword for a while, assuming we don't lose it. Let's see here. There you go. It's got knockback 1 and sharpness 1, as well as fire aspect 1. So we're going to go and stick an Unbreaking 3 on it, since we have some levels, and we're good to go. Okay. So, Zisto Cavern. Alright. Now, all Zisto Cavern really is 2 glass-domed areas with pigmen spawners in them. And unfortunately with pigment spawners, they're impossible to light up. They will spawn even with high light levels. Oh, by the way, there was a pigment spawner there in that room to the left in the entrance. And as long as you just run by it, it's not a problem. But just don't stop anywhere near there and you'll be fine. So here we go. We're going to run around to the right along this little catwalk. And we're going to basically ignore the pig temple. Usually you would block it off to prevent stuff from coming at you. But if you run by it, they don't usually aggro on you, and they won't chase you around. So, here we go, and it's explanation time. Okay, so here's a picture of the 2 glass domes, which contain the gray wool in the right-hand dome, underneath the floor. It's hidden, but it's not too hard to get to. Now, there are 4 spawners here, all of them pigment spawners, and all of them have the same properties. There's a spawner in the left dome, which has a detection range of 16 blocks and a spawn range of 4 blocks. The detection range is shown here in blue, and the spawn range is in red. There are also 3 spawners in the right-hand dome, spread out evenly. As you can see, there is no place we can be in this area without spawning pigmen continuously. Each of the spawners has an initial delay set at 0, and will spawn a new pigman every 5 to 6 seconds, with a maximum entities of 6. So that means that the second you get in range, they will spawn. That's why the first thing we have to do is to get them all to spawn a pigman once. And so we're going to sort of run and torch up in this infinity pattern. And after we do that, then we should have maybe 4 seconds or so before they spawn the next guy. Okay, so here we go. We're going to get our torches ready. Actually, torching up is important. The second dome is pretty dark, and that means that you will get actually normal mobs spawning as well. So first we're going to sort of just barely touch our foot in there, spawn the first guy, and run away. If we do this correctly, he will fall off the ledge all on his own, because the pigmen will run straight at you, and they don't really take corners very well, so they should run straight off the ledge. If not, I can always shoot them off with my bow, but that's not going to take any chances, because there's only lava below me at this point. Okay, so that first spawner has spawned its first pigman, and that means it won't spawn another one for another 5 to 6 seconds of being in its range. So next we're going to do the torch run. Now this is going to be painful, but we should be able to make it out alive. It's not... The maximum we should spawn is those 3 pigmen in the second area, and if we're running, and we still have the speed effect from the sign-off shelter, so we should be okay. Okay, here comes one. Ow. Okay, but it's alright. Continue. See, it's very dark back here, and there are already some zombies spawning. We definitely want as few extra mobs as possible. Okay. And we are running, and they're following us, but we are getting out of there. Alright, down to 3 hearts. Alrighty, now make sure to don't look back. That's the thing. If you stop too early and look back and they are there, then bad times. So just keep running, okay? Okay, that's about good. Alright, whew. Looks like they lost interest. Excellent. By the way, this walkway looks really dark, but it's all half slabs, so mobs can't spawn on it. So also you can't put torches on it, so you don't have to worry about that. Alright, so now just a little bit of cleanup. We spawned, I believe, a total of 4 pigmen. So there's one. Creeper on top of there. Make sure he doesn't fall down and surprise us. And then there should be 2 or 3, it looks like, yeah, there's 3 from the other spawners back in there. And we're going to pick them all off in our bow, with our bow, while we are out of range of all the spawners. Which we can do, thankfully, because we are a good shot. And the final one. 1, 2, 3. See how powerful these guys are? Alright, I have a power 3 bow. Alright, now, step 2. Step 2. Now that we've spawned all the pigmen once, what we're going to do is we're going to run into the first circle, and we're going to pearl at the center spawner. Dig down into the glass, dig down to the second layer, grab the wool, and pearl straight up out of the hole, which will hit the ceiling, will fall down, and then we will run and escape with our lives. That's the plan, so here we go. Alright, running in, pearling, digging through glass. No pigmen have spawned yet. I still have 2 seconds. 1, 2, one spawned. Okay, now we gotta pearl up out of the hole. There's a zombie, but jump and hit the ceiling, fall down, run. We can make it, we can make it, we can make it. Oh, half a heart. This is bad. Oh, and we died. But, we died in a place which is should be fairly simple to recover the stuff, including the wool. There was no creeper explosion. I managed to get out of range of that creeper before it exploded, which is a good thing, considering the glass and the lava below. There should be maybe a few pigmen left. Maybe they all despawned. We'll find out in a second, but even if there are some pigmen left, we can pick them off from range and then run in and run out. Everything is in the first dome, so we should be out of the range of the other spawner. And running in, nothing spawned. But, you know, getting some distance just in case. We got the wool, so we're good. Alright, armor. We're missing some. We're missing some pieces of my good armor. Shall we risk it again? Yeah, we're not going to leave. No helmet left behind. That's my policy. Alright, no boots either. Alright, there we go. And I don't know if something spawned. I don't really care. I'm not looking back any longer. That is it for this area. Woohoo! We got the girl, we got the wool, and we are heading out. There's nothing left for us in here. There honestly wasn't much in there for us in the first place, except for the wool and death. So we managed to get the wool and only die once and not lose any of our stuff because we were just being very smart about it. Now, you may have thought to yourself, well, but, you know, can't you break glass? Couldn't you come in from the ceiling or, you know, drop TNT minecarts on their heads or whatever? Actually, you can't place rails on glass, so dropping TNT minecarts on the spawners, not an option here. One option which I do not actually use at all in this playthrough, but it's not against the rules, and you may have been wondering to yourself, fences. Fences can block pigmen, and they can't be pillared up with, and they're not technically blocks. So you could make and place fences in this challenge if you wanted to, and what you could is you could very slowly fence around that 4x4 area of each spawner. Sort of like, you know, incrementally run in, place a fence post, run out, place another fence post, etc. Except the exception of one problem, which is that these the pigmen have jump boost on them, so they can jump over the fences. All right, so I've already headed straight into Salier, I think is how you pronounce it, castle. And this is, I'm just going to 2 times this whole thing except for the boss fight, because this area was designed for you to take the fun path, so there's absolutely nothing new or different in this challenge. It was sort of designed for you to use this jump boost and jump up, and I'm taking the shortest path and just sort of getting some extra jump boosts and going up into this little parkour hoppy maze tower, I guess. I derp a couple times in here, yeah, like there, oops. So don't worry about that. I'm not the best at parkour, but I'm okay. Just as long as it's not too difficult. This is very simple. There's ow. Good thing that my boots have feather falling on them, but that would have hurt a lot more. All right, 3rd time's the charm. No screwing up any longer. And eat some steak. But the Salier Castle there's a couple of other extra loot around the sides, which is much harder in my opinion than the actual wool. And again, we are not going to get that because it's not necessary. It's a good battle sign and a good battle axe, both of which will be irrelevant for us. So we're already at the top of the main tower here, and all we have to do is one final little climb up into the boss area, and then kick the boss's butt and get the wool, and we'll be out of here too. Here you go. So the final little parkour area has these glass panes, which honestly I think they're this is a little easier than the first one. And I'm torching up the wall for, I don't know, no reason, I guess. Ambient lighting. Alright, and there's a zombie in here. Now, here we are right outside the boss room. Caution, boss room. The signs say, and Vechs is nice and gives us, like, how many ladders? I don't know. Just an absolute crap ton of ladders. I guess that's good. So we don't need to worry about ladders anymore. We got plenty of ladders for the rest of the map. Going through and collecting some of these stuff in the chests. Like I said, you know, there are fence posts there. We could theoretically use them. And lots of golden apples. Oh, that's nice. Good. And then some armor, which the boss has on, which, if it wasn't totally broken, it would be okay to take, but it was almost breaking anyway. So here we are in the boss room. Now, this boss is a pretty simple wither skeleton with the iron chest plate and thorns. I believe this bow also has flame on it, which makes it hurt pretty bad. But as long as you take them out from a distance where they're not shooting you back, then you don't have to worry about it. This is a very easy little boss. Here he goes. Let's see here. Oh, it looks like they have jump boost too. And gotta hit him once. You think his back is against the wall now, so I can hit him and he's not going to get farther away. My armor is absorbing the thorns damage, no problemo. And a couple more hits with my power, I guess it's power 3 bow. And that guy will be dead. And then we just have to run in, and there you go, he's dead. So, gonna grab the wool. There's another guy behind him, some other mobs, but we're gonna just ignore them. Okay, got the wool. Get out of here. I think I hit with this flame bow and I'm on fire. No matter, I'm just gonna run away. He might chase you sometimes, but that's why I'm making sure that my bow is drawn, prepared for the guy to come around the corner. But he looks like he decided to give up. And hey, look, we still have some jump boost left from the jump pad. It's a good thing there's no reason to jump in this area. Okay, and that's it. That's it for Salier Castle. We're claiming our ladders, and we're going to get the heck out of here. There's nothing left in here for us. So this is a really, really easy area. Well, I mean, it's fun, but it's very simple. And it has no extra challenge from the Fun Path Challenge, unlike the previous area. So, while we're on this video, we did this so quickly, let's go ahead and do Wilhelm Cliffs too. Again, Wilhelm Cliffs is the next area, and also the area that leads to the well, not just the next intersection, but the monument itself. So, okay, we'll in chest, woohoo! So we're gonna just sort of blaze through it real quick, and also I'm just gonna do this 2 times too, because Wilhelm Cliffs, sort of like Salier Castle, although a little bit trickier, there's almost nothing that requires any new tactics from the Fun Path Challenge. It's a pretty standard area, and if you know where you're going, it's a little bit of like a maze. It's a little bit hard to find your way, but if you know where you're going, there's really nothing much to it. We are going to stop by one of the optional areas in this section, which has a chest full of bow supplies and a couple of spawners that spawn a Thorn Guard and a Wraith. Thankfully, the Thorn Guards and the Wraiths can both be shut down with light, so we can just torch up that room and then grab the chest. And that chest will have Power 5 books and Infinity books that we can make some Uber bows for us later on in the game. And other than that, there are a couple of pigment spawners in the back area of Wilhelm Cliffs, but as long as you just ignore them, they don't pose a threat whatsoever. If you try and shut them down, they will definitely be a challenge, but they're not necessary. You can just run straight up the ladder to the exit, and then you don't have to worry about it. Then there's only one final thing, which is left. I'll get to when we get there. Okay, so Wilhelm Cliffs. Just torch it up. We are definitely going to torch this area up because, not just because of our torching OCD, but because, oh yeah, there's like an area with a extra chest back there, but we can't get it because we can't break the sand. Here we go. I'm going to go and safe up this area here with these skeletons and the spawners. Definitely, yeah, that was easy. With my nice diamond sword and armor, I just tank it and run in there and hack them to pieces. We definitely want to light this whole area up though, because we're going to be running back and forth between it quite a lot, and yeah, we don't want any enemies accidentally knocking us off these cliffs. That would be bad. Otherwise, we'd have to edit in the Wilhelm scream sound, and I believe that's a copyright violation. So I don't want to do that. Now then. Let's see. Where are we now? Okay, we're now at the lowest level. This is the optional area. This isn't actually the path forward. You saw one of those invisible wraith things, which I just killed. The room here is here on the right. We're gonna run in, torch up the crazy, kill the mobs. Looks like nothing dangerous spawned. One more wraith spawned. Didn't get a Thorn Guard though, which is good. That's that spawner right there. So there's the Wraith and Thorn Guard spawners, and you wouldn't know it from looking at it, but there's a chest underneath these lapis blocks. Those two. So since there's a chest underneath them, we can break them. Woohoo! And there we go. Awesome bow supplies. I'm gonna grab the Power 5s and the Infinities, and I think I'm gonna leave everything else. Punch too. It's one of those things that you think would be handy, but actually, it just ends up being more annoying because when they're powerful enemies that take more than one hit, knocking them away just makes them harder to hit the second time. So while we're here in the optional area, I'm also going to safe up this creeper spawner area. It's probably not necessary, but and then over here there's some extra wood, and that's going to be useful. So I'm going to grab 2 full stacks of wood, some extra coal, and I think torches, I guess, and maybe some food. And I'm ignoring the lemonade because I hate lemonade. No, it's just because potions aren't allowed in the challenge. Whoa. What was that? That was a creeper that was left over falling from the sky. Whew, okay. Well, not safe enough yet, I guess. Well, the good thing is we don't actually have to come back this way anymore, so we're just we got what we wanted from the optional area, and we're gonna continue on through the main path. Okay. Creeper falls off the cliff. Here comes a couple little traps which Vechs made with the creepers riding on experience orbs that come to you, and back there are the pigment spawners, and you know what? We're ignoring them all. There's no reason. We just climb up these ladders and they're not going to be a threat. So I'm not going to do the ladder parkour exactly here. See, I'm just going to do that. I don't know. There's no reason to do the dangerous part of ladder parkour. Alright, then this final challenge is that spawner right there. And as you saw, it spawns spiders with a creeper riding on it, with another creeper riding on it. It's scary looking. It's not actually scary in practice. It's quite simple. Just torch it up real quick and you're fine. Alright, and purple wool. There we go. This was also another area Vechs designed to be sort of, I guess, easy-ish. Not really very difficult. Oh, and don't forget this chest here, and we're going to break this block over the chest. Whoa, we got an unwanted guest. We're going to break the block over that chest and get ourselves, I believe it's an enchanting table and an anvil. Well, we don't really need the anvil, but enchanting table, totally want that. Okay, up the vines we go, and we are to the monument. Woohoo! Here we go. Hallowed Overlook. Or wait, no, that's the wrong CTM. Sorry. Here we are in the the monument for Inferno Mines. It's really nice. I like the storage room, the pre-built storage room. As you sort of can maybe tell from my style of play, I'm not a builder. And anyway, for this challenge, that would just be it's a challenge playthrough. It's not a building playthrough. But I don't really like building my own bases. It's just I'm not good at it. So okay, so here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and place the first purple wool. All right, and while things are loading in, come on, map load. We are now to the storage room, and we're gonna just do some base organization. Put all the books in book thing. We're gonna put our enchanting table we just got in its rightful place. I said in its rightful place. I always do that. I always put the stupid enchanting table. It doesn't put it in the right place. There we go. All right. And then we're going to, I think, put the anvil in the right place too. Yep. And stock up our XP blaster. Let's see, what do we got? Oh, but first we're gonna just go ahead and stick all our wool on the monument. We've put it all in the ender chest nicely, so it's all right there for us. So here we go. Cue awesome music or something. White wool, orange wool, magenta wool, light blue wool, yellow wool, lime wool, pink wool, gray wool, no, not light gray wool, yeah, that's better, light gray wool, cyan wool, and while we're at an iron block. Woohoo! And at this point, I realized to myself that I have forgotten the gold in the furnace back at intersection 2. Don't! Well, it's okay. It'll be there for us. So now we're just going to get prepared. We're organizing. We're going at real super high fast speed here because this is just errands. So we have warped back to intersection 2 where we have a lot of good stuff in those chests here, and we're going to transport it all the way back. Remember how I said we aren't going to be able to open up shortcuts? Well, this is where it gets a little annoying, but it's not really that bad. We've got our full inventory of experience bottles, and we filled up the ender chest again, and we're running back. Oh yeah, remember how I said that bridge sometimes explodes? Yeah, it finally exploded. And here's the section where I said you have to pearl through flame warp, and I screw up once, twice. I'm in the ceiling. A creeper almost kills me. Where am I? Oh, there you go. Let's try this again. We're down to 4 hearts. Okay, we're down in this low area yet once again, so we're gonna run over to the side one more time and try this pearl. Actually, we're gonna try pearling from here this time. Maybe it'll be easier. Anybody want some? No, okay. And I hit the ceiling. God damn it. One more time, and I don't make it. I'm on the 2nd level now. Okay, but now I can make it. How many pearls did I use? Damn it, like 6? Sheesh. I need those pearls, man. I need those pearls for later in the map. All right, whatever. We're out of it. We're out of flame warp. We only have to do that hopefully never again. Anyway, okay. Now we're going through Wilhelm Cliffs one more time. Wow, just blazing through these areas at 12 speed. But everything's safed up, so there's really, except for a couple of mishaps, nothing really to worry about. All right, so we've got all this stuff. We're going to put it in the chest. We're filling up the XP blaster. We got our TNT minecarts just in case we need to blow things up once again. And there we go. Okay, now we're going to go to intersection 3 because there's actually still a bunch of stuff we had in intersection 3 that we want to bring with us as well. And then that'll just be one more final time through Wilhelm Cliffs. There we go. So if anybody forgot how to get through Wilhelm Cliffs, just watch this video 4 times and you should have it memorized by now. Alright. And with that, we are finished all our errands. So next up, we will be heading to the Outer Inferno and the quote-unquote second half of the map. And everything from here on out is going to be pretty tricky. So hope you all enjoyed this episode, and we'll keep watching next time. I'm going to make myself a nice diamond helmet with a name it and enchant. I think it's protection 4 on it and unbreaking 3. Oh, projectile protection 4. Yeah, I don't have another protection 4 book on me at the moment, but I figured I'd go ahead and put projectile protection just because skeletons are always a pain. Okay, and that's it. Thanks you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time once I make some torches. I realize I only have 64 torches. Ah, that's not enough torches. I said goodbye too early. I have to make torches before I say goodbye. Okay, here you go. So 64 coal, my patented get 8 logs technique, and then we're gonna make ourselves 4 stacks of torches. And actually, you know what? I realized to myself, you know, that's stupid. Inventory management. Don't make your torches until they're necessary. I fall afoul of that. All right, now we're done. See you guys next time. Thanks.